Good morning, my dear students. How are you all today? Hope everything is fine on your side. My dear students, welcome you all to the second class of our lesson 3, the Champa flower. So do you remember what we have done in our last class? We have learned about the poet Ravindranath Tagore, right? And also we have read out the poem and sought out the new words. Yes? I hope you have written the poem in your copy with beautiful handwriting. So my dear students, let's begin the explanation of the poem. Okay, so before that, what is the objective of the poem? The objective of the poem is to know more about the beautiful bond that a child and a mother has. Right? We all love our mother. Yes, and we have a very beautiful bond with our mother. Yes, so let's see that beautiful bond which the child has with his mom in this beautiful poem, the Champa flower. So here I read again. Supposing I become a Champa flower just for fun and grew on a branch high up that tree and shook in the wind with laughter and danced upon the newly budded leaves. Would you know me, mother? So my dear students, in the first stanza, actually in this poem, the child is just looking at the three activities, three times, okay, in which times his mother does the work. So in here, 3 times are mentioned. One is the morning, then afternoon, and the evening, okay. So let's see what are the actions performed by the child's mother. Okay, so let's see what are the actions performed by his mother and what are the child's feeling regarding this. So in this stanza, the child wanted to be a Champa flower. Okay, he wanted to be a Champa flower only for fun. He want to see whether his mama is going to know or not. Supposing I become a Champa flower just for fun and grew up on a branch high up the tree. We all know that Champa flower, the trees are a bit taller, yes? And he wanted to be a flower and grew up on the branch of the tall tree and soak in the wind with laughter. So when the wind will blow, he wants to just shake himself with that wind, being a flower, and also danced with the newly budded leaves. So what is newly budded leaves? Budded means newly flowered. So he wants to be that newly flower, that new flower, and he wants to dance and feel that feeling of just staying high at that branch. And in there he is asking that, would you know mother? So will the mother will know that whether that flower, that Champa flower is that child. You would call, baby, where are you? And I should laugh to myself and keep quiet. When you look for me, mother, I'll just smile, but I won't see a single word. I'll be quiet and totally be silent. I just want to see that whether you will recognize me or not. I should slyly open my petals and watch you at your work. So what the child is saying, when he will be the newly budded leaf, when his mama will look for him, he will slightly open his petals, okay, and he will watch his mother working. So what do you mean by slyly? What is the spelling of slyly? S-L-Y-L-Y, means secretively, okay, without knowing. When after your bath, with wet hair sprayed on your shoulders, you walk through the shadow of the Champa tree to the little court where you say your prayers, you would notice the scent of the flower, but not know that came from me. So now the child is looking at the morning activity that his mother always does. So what his mother does after taking the bird with that wet hair on her shoulders? Yes, she moves from the courtyard to the place where she always offers prayer. While passing by that courtyard, she will just get the smell of that beautiful champa flower. But she will not know what is that. Means who is that. When after your bath, with wet hair sprayed on your shoulders, you would walk through the shadow of the champa tree to the little court where you say your prayers, you would notice that scent of flower but not know that it came from me. So the child is very happy being just hiding, being a flower. Yes, these all are his imagination. He wanted to play with his mother. And also seeing that as usual, as you'll go for the prayer, mother, just crossing that shadow of the champa tree, and you'll be getting that beautiful fragrance of that flower, and you'll not know that it came from me, as the child is the champa flower. When after the midday meal you sat at the window reading Ramayana, and the tree's shadow fell over your hair and your lap, I should fling my wee little shadow on the page of your book, just where you were reading. So now the child is talking about the midday activities that his mother do. So now he want to see whether his mother knew or not. Yes, so what he does, when after the midday meal, his mama will sit for reading the Ramayana in the window. So what the child is going to do? The tree's shadow fell over the hair and lap. Whose lap? Mother's, right? The tree's shadow will fall over the mother's hair and also on the lap. I should fling my wee little shadow. So we are getting here one more word, fling. What do you mean by fling? To throw. Yes, what the tree will do? The tree will throw its shadow. Where? On the mother's hair and on the lap. I should throw my little. We means little. Yes, very small shadow on the page of the book which her mother was reading. Right? So in this stanza what we came to know, that when the mother will read the Ramayana after having her midday lunch, midday meal, the tree will just throw its shadow over the hair and the lap. And what the champa flower will do? It will throw its little shadow on the page of the book which the poet's mother is reading. But would you guess that it was the tiny shadow of your little child? Now what the child is saying? But mother, you'll not even know that that I am throwing that shadow. That the shadow which is on the book or on your hair or on the lap is by your little child. You'll not recognize me, mama. So come to the last stanza now. When in the evening you went to the cowshed with a lighted lamp in your hand, I should suddenly drop on the earth again and be your own baby once more and beg you to tell me a story. So what's in the last stanza? Now the child is talking about the activity which his mother does every evening. So in evening what his mother does? She goes to the cowshed. Cowshed is a place where cows are kept with hay and water. Yes, what his mother will do there? She will light a lamp in that cow shed. Yes, when in the evening you went to the cow shed with lighted lamp in your hand, I should suddenly drop on the earth again and be your own baby once more and beg you to tell me a story. Now child tells that when his mama will go to light the lamp holding in her hand to the cowshed, he will drop back to his own original form. The original form is of a baby. Yes, now he doesn't want to hide anymore. He wanted to be with his mama. Yes, so what he will do, he will come back to earth and he will go to his mama and ask her to tell him more stories. Where you have been, you naughty child? I won't tell your mother. That's what you and I would say then. So once he will come back to the earth being a child, his mama will ask him, where you have been, my naughty child? But the child is not going to say a single word. So this silence will be remained with both mama and the child. Hope you got it. So it's a very beautiful poem about a child and the mother. Being a child, you might have done a lot of mischievous things. Yes, with your mama, teasing your mama, hiding somewhere, your mama looking for you. Yes, in the same way in here the child, he always sees what his mother does. Yes, what activities his mama perform the whole 3 times, the morning, afternoon and evening. And looking at all those activities, he wanted to be a champa flower. Not for any other reason, only just to be with his mother, only for fun, to know that whether his mama will recognize him or not. Right? Got it? So what we have learned? We learned about the beautiful bond between a child and a mother. Right? Okay. So in our last class we have learned new words, right? We have learned few new words. So what we are going to do now, let's see the meaning of those new words. I have already mentioned during explaining the poem, but let's see word by word now. Okay, so come to the new words. Okay, the first word is budded. What it is? Budded. B-U-D-D-E-D. So what is the meaning? I told newly flowered. Yes, like the child wanted to be a newly budded leaves, being he wanted to dance, being the newly budded leaves. Right? So come to the next word, white. Yes, what do you mean by white now? Q-U-I-T-E. The second new word was that we have done in our last class. Quiet. Yes, so what is the meaning of quiet? Silent. Yes, S-I-L-E-N-T. Silent. Got it? Okay, so what do you mean by slyly now? S-L-Y-L-Y. Slyly means secretive, without letting other know. So what is the spelling of secretively? S-E-C-R-E-T-I-V-E-L-Y. Secretively. Yes. So come to the fourth word, shadow. S-H-A-D-O-W. Shadow. So what is the meaning of shadow? An area where light cannot reach, due to which that area becomes little dark. Yes, shadow means an area where light cannot reach, and due to which that area becomes a little dark. Got it? Okay, so come to the fifth word, court. C-O-U-R-T. So court is the short form of courtyard that is used in the poem. So what do you mean by courtyard? An open area in front or back of a house. It may be in front of a house or in the back. Got it? So it's an open area. Come to the sixth word, fling. F-L-I-N-G. So what do you mean by fling? Fling means to throw something across, right? To throw something across. Come to the seventh word, we. W-double-E. We means very small. Okay? It means very small. Come to the eighth word, cow shed. C-O-W-S-H-E-D. I told about two syllables in the last class. Yes, C-O-W, cow, S-H-E-D, shed. So what is cow shed? An outhouse where cows are kept with hay and water. It's a place where cows are kept. Got it? So my dear students, it's time to wrap up now. I hope you have understood the meaning that we have got from the poem. So it's a beautiful poem showing the bond between mother and a child. So my dear students, we have learned a beautiful poem about a child and his love towards his mother, right? So my dear students, do you remember who has written this poem? It was written by Ravindranath Tagore, right? Okay, my dear students, please read the poem one more time and also write down the activities that I have given. So that's all for today. Thank you.